Okay, here we are in the resource schedule. You can get here via the forecast menu. You'll see a graph up the top. So the gold line here represents the available hours of your staff, and the black line down below is what's been allocated to projects. So as we can see here, we haven't used up all our staff's available hours. Maybe I'll go in and give Denise Scott Brown a ridiculous amount of hours for the month. And you'll see that her cell's gone red, as well as the allocated hours have now gone beyond what's available, and we've shaded in that area red for you. So staff, when you enter time against them, they'll go from a sort of light creamy color to a yellow color. So let's put in, say, 120 hours. And you can see the color goes more gold, but as we start to reach full utilization of the staff member, you can see that go more and more orange. And once we hit 100% or over, it'll go red. You can view the breakdown of the staff member's hours down below. You can just click on any cell you want and change the value. It's going to show that staff member's budget use on the side here. In this case, Denise does not have any budgets for this project. But if we change Corb's hours on Dancing House, you'll see this starts to go red to show that he's gone over his budget. When you click on a cell on the right here, you'll see a staff member's hours against that month, as well as their percentage utilization of their current hours. So you can say, I want Denise to spend 20% of her time on this project for this month, and it'll calculate the hours for you. You can also do a budget use calculation. So if we go back down to Corb here, we can say we only want him to hit 40% of the budget in May, and it's going to calculate the hours for us as well. If you want to add a project to a staff member, you can click this plus button here and you'll receive a list of phases you can add to the staff member. So let's add concept design to Denise, and you can see a new row emerge below, and you can just start entering allocated values for that staff member. Going up to the filters here, you can cut this however you want. So we can see that we're currently grouped by role, then staff member, then project and phase. If you don't use roles, you can just remove it like so, and it's going to update the forecast. And so we can now see that it's now grouped by staff member, then project. So we can also start to do the opposite and group by project and phase first, then by staff member. And we can now see how everything looks from the project perspective. We have various filters here, so you can use actuals and projected data, where the data in the past is combined with the data in the future. As staff enter time against these projects, that'll start to fill in the shaded areas in gray. If we scroll down to Dancing House here, we can see 8 hours we entered earlier, and that's the actual data. So you can turn off projected data, turn off actual data, and only use projected data if you choose. We've got totals, so we could say average utilization, remaining budget, and budget use. And you can see that changing the totals column here. We also have the value, which is displayed in the percentage here. Currently it's utilization, but we can look at budget use, and you can see that gradient start to emerge as we hit 100% of the project's budget. So some of these make more sense when you're grouping by staff members, some make more sense when you're grouping by project. Like the revenue forecast, you can filter by cost center, by project status, by individual projects, roles, or staff. So we can say we only want to look at the project architect's hours and display that below. We can hide this up here. And so this is good because your overall graph might look good, but maybe if you cut it by a particular role, you might see that project architects are overutilized or directors are overutilized. But when you look at the overall graph of your business, everything looks fine. If you want to print, you can hit the print button and export via the export button here, and that will give you an Excel document. One thing I forgot to add here is if you want to modify the available hours across your business, you can do so via organization holidays. Let's take the entire month of, let's pick August. So for some reason our business is taking all of August off. We can call it holidays. Save that. Now when we go into the resource schedule, we've got 0 available hours in August. If you want to do holidays for individual staff, we recommend you set up a project for that. That way you can track how much time everyone spent on holidays for things like annual leave and whatnot.